Trick or Treat was made in 2007 but was released in 2009 and was directed by Michael Dougherty. It stars Anna Paquin, Brian Cox, and Dylan Baker, and is about 4 interwoven stories all taking place on Halloween night. So, if you know me, this is my all-time favorite horror movie. I don't think it is the all-time best horror movie. That, I think, is The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, of course, not the weird one in the 50s, and of course not the prequel that was in 2011, I think. I don't even want to talk about that movie. Let's talk about a good movie. Not a good movie. A really good movie in Trick or Treat. So, the first time that I watched this was with my friend group in my sophomore year of college. And I just remember us watching it and laughing so much and having such a blast and fun time with it. And just screaming at the screen at a certain part near the end. And it was just such a fun time, and I absolutely love this movie. It is so funny, yet so entertaining, and such a good film. It's not funny because it's bad. It's funny because there's a lot of real humor in it, and the characters all feel really real, although, you know, it's Halloween, they're gonna spice it up a little bit, but let's just start talking about some positives with this movie. So the first pro that I have with this movie is how much fun it is. It really is such a blast, and I've already talked about that, so let's move on to the next pro that I have, which is the acting. I already talked about that. It is absolutely fantastic. Everyone has a strong performance. There's not one person who I could think of where I was like, oh, that wasn't that great, or oh, they weren't the best actor or actress. The acting is phenomenal, and there's a lot of kid actors and actresses in it too, so they did a fantastic job, so, you know, hats off to you guys. But let's move on to my last pro, which I do have a lot. I'm just trying not to make this a long video. My last pro, of course, would be this boy right here, Sam. Sam is our main character of the movie. He appears in every interwoven story, and I know Michael Dougherty wanted Sam to kind of feel like a mascot for Halloween. Kind of how, like, you know, Santa, of course, is going to be the mascot for Christmas, and the Easter Bunny is the mascot for Easter. He wanted one for Halloween, and that was where he created Sam, and he is such a cutie. I mean, just look at him. He looks so happy. He's holding his little lollipop. If you watch the movie, you'll kind of understand why the lollipop has significance, but yeah, I love Sam. And I do want to add one more pro, which is the score. Douglas Pipes, which I actually emailed and he responded to me once for a project, which was really cool. But the score is so amazing. It is one of my top 3 favorite horror movie scores of all time. It just ties in every single iconic score you could possibly imagine and just produces this amazing main theme, which I wish I could play in this video, but I really don't want it to get copyrighted, so look it up. I will link a video to the score in the description so you can listen to it and kind of watch along. Which also, when it plays, they do this really cool comic book sequence, and I don't even want to say anything more than that. Just watch that. It is fantastic. So, in terms of cons that I have with the movie, I only have one, and it's not even a con. It's just that it's not that scary. It definitely goes for more of a fun, kind of funny Halloween vibe, although there are scary sequences, but there never is that true horror where you're screaming, or like screaming in a scared way, not screaming, laughing, stuff like that. It's never that scary, and I don't think that it takes away from the movie at all, but for someone who's looking for something to scare them, this is not the movie that's going to scare you. So, overall, I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. And of course I recommend it. It is fantastic, and you will not regret watching this movie. Watch it with friends because it's so much fun watching it with people. Just watch it. Just support this movie. I'm so sad that it went straight to DVD and not to the theater, which also, the movie that made it not go to theaters is Saw 4. So, if you want to get mad about something, get mad about that, because screw Saw 4. This movie is so much better, And Julia, I don't want to see you writing in the comments like, Saw 4 is so much better than Trick or Treat, because you've never seen Trick or Treat, and Saw 4 is a garbage movie. So, there. Thank you everyone for watching, and of course, happy Halloween to everyone. Be safe, you know, there's the Rona going around, so be careful when you're trick-or-treating or whatever you're doing. If you're going to a party, you know, be safe. Just, we don't want to get sick, and we don't want to be in quarantine again. So, everyone do what you have to do, but have a fun Halloween, and let's flash forward to the next reveal.